Hi everyone, welcome to the Expert Edge. Today we'll be dealing with the topic numbers. In particularly the two topics, the terminating decimals and the rational numbers. Now when you talk about decimal expansion, there are two types of things which happens. One is the terminate. Terminate means to stop. So if you see the 17 by 5, its answer is 3.4, where the division process gets stops here. That is, this particular fraction is a terminating fraction. Another thing is a non-terminating, like 16 by 3, the answer comes out to be 5.333. It's a non-terminating number, right? So if I see 7 by 2, let us see some example, right? 7 by 2, its value is 3.5. So it's basically a terminating number. If I say 11 by 5, it's 2.2. It's also terminating. Whereas if I say 8 by 15, its value comes out to be 0.5333 dot dot dot. That means this number is a non-terminating one. Similarly, 9 by 20, its value comes out to be 0.5. The process gets stops here. That means this number is a terminating one. 7 by 6 is 1.166 dot dot dot. That means this number is a non-terminating one. So if you observe just observe denominators of this. This is nothing but 2. This is nothing but 5. This is 3 into 5. This is 20 is 2 square into 5, right? And 6 is 2 into 3. So if you just observe here, the non-terminating where we got in this 2 case, right? So the learning we get here is, for a number to be terminating, the denominator has to be powers of either 2 or 5 or both, right? इनके अलावा अगर कोई भी digit आ गया, that number will not be terminating. If you see 6 has 2, but along with 2 it has 3 with it, so it will not be terminating number, right? So just remember this point: for a number to be terminating, the denominator has to be powers of 2 or of 5, nothing else. Right? So let's take a question on it. How many of the following fractions will have a terminating decimal expansion, right? So I hope you must be knowing this. Just let's quickly recap this part. What is 5 to the power 1 is 5. These are the very useful things, you should know them. 5 to the power 2 is 25. 5 cube is 125. 5 to the power 4, that is 25 square, is 625. 5 to the power 5, the value is 3125, and 5 to the power 6, at least learn till this much, 15,625. So if you know these values, then this is hardly a matter of seconds. What is the first fraction? Just concentrate on the denominator part, right? So what is the denominator of the first part? This is nothing but 5 to the power 5. Okay. The second one is 2 to the power 3. The third one is 24 is nothing but 8 threes are, that is 2 cube into 3. And in the last part, these are the co-prime numbers. This will not get divided, right? This 17, this 11. Whereas 143 and 88, you can divide it by 11, right? So it will be basically 13 by 8. So as we just learned that for a number to be terminating, the denominator has to be either power of 2 or power of 5. Now this is a perfectly denominator is a power of 5. So for sure this number will be a terminating number. Similarly, the second one has a 2 cube. This will also be a terminating number. Whereas in the third option, 11 by 24, 2 cube is okay, but this 3 should not have been there. That means this particular number is a fraction, is a non-terminating one. And the last one, 13 by 8, as it's a perfect 2 ka cube, again this will be a terminating. So in all, there are 3 terminating numbers. So answer of this particular question will be 3. Let's take a tougher question on this. How many values of 1 by n is a non-terminating decimal in the decimal system? So we don't have any method for non-terminating, right? So to find non-terminating number, what we can do is, we know the total numbers are 50. Out of 50, we can subtract the terminating numbers. We know the funda for the terminating one. So if we get terminating one, so answer will be simply 50 minus terminating. So in general, n value starts from 1 till 50. So the first fraction will be 1 by 1. It is obviously it will be terminating. Then 1 by 2, it's a terminating. 1 by 3, it's a non-terminating. Right? But obviously, will not go like this, because we need to go till 1 by 50. So it will take a lot of time. So we can make cases out of this. So if I start with the 2 ka powers, what is the 2 ka lowest power we can have is 2 to the power 0. Now 2 to the power 0 can make combination with 5 to the power 0, that is nothing but 1. Right? 5 to the power 1, 5 to the power 2. We can't have a 5 cube, that is 125, right? So now 2 to the power 1. 2 to the power 1 again can make a combination of 5 to the power 0, 5 to the power 1, and 5 square as well, because 5 square is 25 into 2 is 50, and 50 is very much included in our value. 2 square, 5 to the power 0, 5 to the power 1. We can't have 5 to the power 2 because 25 into 4 is 100, whereas the value of n is has to be less than 100. So we'll have only two cases here. 2 ka cube, again 5 to the power 0, 5 to the power 1. 8 5s are 40, that is very much okay. 2 to the power 4. Now this 2 to the power 4 is 16. We can't make a combination of 16 with 5 because 16 5 is 80, so we can't go ahead with this value. So 2 to the power 5 is 32. 32 can make only one combination. Now we need to stop here, right? Because 2 to the power 6 is 64, and value of n is not allowed in there. So how many values we got? If you see here, we got 3 values. These 3, 2 values, 2 values, and this one and this one. So total 3 plus 3, 6, 6 and 10 and 12. So the total terminating fractions which are possible in the form of 1 by n is 12. So my non-terminating number has to be 50 minus 12. Hence 38 has to be the answer of this question. I hope you guys got this question clear. Let's move on to the next question. If you look at the another concept, let's say if I say 19 by 8, the value of this comes out to be 2.375. Or another example, let's say 13 by 25, this value comes up to be 0.52. Now if we see, the 8 is nothing but 2 cube. So after decimal we got 3 digits. Similarly 25 is nothing but 5 square. So after decimal we got 2 digits, right? So if I just randomly give a number 63258 by 625, how many digits will it will have after the decimal point? So as 625 is 5 to the power 4, it will have 4 digits after the decimal. Or some, let's see, if I say some x upon, let's say something x upon 20. Now 20 is what? 2 square into 5. Now it will have as many digits as the highest power of 2 or 5. So as you can see, the 2 power is 2. So this will have 2 decimals, 2 digits after the decimal. If I say, let's say some number divided by 2 to the power 8 and 5 to the power 9. If my number is divided by some 2 ka power 8 the number of digits after decimal, here it will be a. Similarly, 5 to the power 10 divided by 5 to the power a, this will also have a digits. And if both are there, whichever is the greater among a and b, those many digits will be there. Okay. So just take one question on it. Expression, the dreaded expression it is, right? Point. So that's what you need to answer. You don't need to find the value of it. You just need to find कि decimal के बाद कितने digits रहेंगे इसमें. So as we know this, we just taken out, right? Greater among a or b, whichever is the greater. Now just concentrate on the denominator part of it. What is the 25 62500 can be written as 625 into 100, right? So basically it is 5 to the power 4. 100 is 2 square into 5 square. So this is basically 2 square into 5 to the power 6. So this is the denominator of the first. I'm just concentrating on the denominator. Now the second denominator, as we just some time back we saw, 15,625 is nothing but 5 to the power 6. And also you must be knowing it, or you should know it, that 1024 is nothing but 2 to the power 10. So guys, just now you only tell me, actually just a simple funda you must be knowing, but still I'm just recapping it. If I say 0.63 plus 12.234, what will the answer of it? It will be nothing but 864. So can you say the after decimal, how many digits are there? 3. So after decimal, it will have the digits as many as the bigger number has, right? This number, the 3 digit has. So similarly, what is the highest power you can see here? It is 2. Here you can see it is 6. Here you can see it is 6. And here it is 10. So for sure, this particular expression will have 10 digits after the decimal point in the decimal expansion. Okay. Okay. So moving on ahead, there are irrational numbers. Rational numbers are those which can be written in P by Q form, where Q should not be equal to 0. Why? Because if denominator is 0, that number will be undefined. So whenever you get a rational number, it will be of two types. Either it will be terminating, or it will be recurring. So this particular number are called rational numbers. Whereas irrational numbers cannot be represented in P by Q form. Also, they will be neither terminating, that is non-terminating, as well as they will be non-recurring. To take the example, terminating example, obviously you can say 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is 0.5, right? Recurring, you can take the example of 1 by 3. 1 by 3 is 0.33. For irrational number, let's say the example is root of 2. The value of root of 2 is 1.4128, so on so on so forth. Root of 3, 1.7328 something something. This will never terminate, as well as this will never recur. Value of pi, 3.1428 something something. 22 by 7 is a perfectly rational number because it is written in the form of P by Q, and this pi is the irrational number, right? So remember, this 22 by 7 is not the exact value of pi, it's just the approximated value of pi. For the calculation sake, the mathematician has found the closest fraction which is closest to the 6th digit of this pi. That fraction came out to be 22 by 7, right? Okay, so moving on to the next part, how to convert rational to P by Q form. So if I say, let's say x is equal to 0.333. Look, I know this is a purely recurring one, so this for sure has to be a rational number. Now, how to convert this into p by q form? So I'll just multiply first equation with 10. So what we'll get out is 10x, that is nothing but 3.33 dot dot dot. Now I'll subtract the first equation from the second. So if you subtract, you'll get 9x equal to, this decimal part will cut down, this 3. So basically x is 3 by 9 or 1 by 3. So you can just summarize this. Okay, this. If a number is purely recurring, the straightforward answer will be the set of digits that recurred written once upon as many 9s as there are the digits. Like in the last example, it was 0.333. Which digit was recurring? It was 3. And how many digits were recurring? That is only one digit, so we will get only 1 9. Let's say if I say 1 2 1 2 1 2, which digits are recurring? 12. How many digits are recurring? That is 9 90. Let's see if I solve some examples. What is the answer of this first one? This bar represents the recurring part. So here the recurring part is 1 2 3. So the answer of this is nothing but 123 upon 999. This method applies for the decimal part, right? So this 6 plus, basically we can write like this. 6.5 can be written as 6 plus 0.5. Right? So I'm just separating this decimal part. I just taken the example of 0.5. It's not 0.5 actually. So I can write it as 0.123 bar. So basically this number is 6 plus 123 upon 999. Now this is a good question. Cube root of 0.037 bar. You must remember the one good number, that is 999. 999 is the multiplication of 27 into 37. If you know this, the life will become easier. So I can write this expression as cube root of, converting this to a p by q form, 037 are repeating, so it is basically 037 upon 999. Basically 37 upon 999. I know this 999 is 37 into 27, so 37 will get cancelled out. So this comes out to be cube root of 1 by 27. And basically 1 by 27 is nothing but the cube of 1 by 3. So the final answer we'll get out from this is 1 by 3. So I hope the concept of this purely recurring number is clear. Now moving on to not purely recurring number. If I say some number 0.1666 dot 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 dot, I'll multiply equation with 10 again. So this comes out to be 10x 1.6666. So if you say the decimal part has not become same, so I'll multiply again with 10. So it will be 100x 16.666. So now I'll subtract the second equation from the third equation so as to get 90x equal to, this decimal part will get cancelled out, 16 minus 1. So I'm just keeping it as it is, 16 minus 1 upon 90. Basically 15 by 90, 1 by 6. But I'm stopping it here just to get the fact. Here 1 was a non-repeating number and 6 was a repeating number. So the funda goes like this. You write once non-repeating and repeating in that order only, that is 16, minus non-repeating, that is 1. Now that those many 9s as digits are repeating, or as only one digit was repeating, so you'll write 1 9. Also, as there was only one digit which is non-repeating, for that you'll write 0. So the answer of this is 15 by 90. Okay. To repeat, if I say another example, x equal to 0.1 312222 dot dot dot. So set 31 is a non-repeating number, 2 is a repeating one. So taking one at a time, that is 312 minus non-repeating, that is 31, upon those many digits as those many nines as the digits are repeating. So only one digit is repeating, so only one nine. Two digits are not repeating, so 20. This is the answer of this. You can write like this. You can remember like this: the number of digits without repetition of digits minus the non-recurring part. This is important. So let's say if I solve the fourth one, here 37 is non-repeating and 8 is repeating. So here my answer will be 378 minus non-repeating, that is 37, upon only one digit was repeating, so 9, and two digits was non-repeating, so 900. Similarly for the second one, it will be 378 minus, here 3 is not repeating, upon two digits are repeating, that is 99, and single digit is not repeating, that is 0. I hope this funda is clear. And for the last part, it will be again 6 plus 0.123 bar, whereas bar is on 23. So I can write it as 6 plus 123 minus non-repeating, that is 1. Two digits are repeating, that is 2 and 3. So I will need to write 2 times 9. One digit is not repeating, so I'll write 10. So basically this answer would be 6 plus 122 by 990. You can solve this further. I hope this funda of recurring and non-recurring is clear. Recurring and purely recurring is clear. Let's solve some question. This, what is saying? The P by Q equivalent of A, B, C, B, C. That means B, C is my recurring part. So basically N is equal to 0.A, B, C bar. So the simple funda we just saw, that means we need to write a number A, B, C minus non-repeating, that is A, upon those many digits which are repeating 2 times. B and C, 2 digits are repeating, so I'll write 2 times 9 and a 0. I can take out a common, B, C minus 1 upon 990, right? Many students will do this thing, but remember this cannot be done, right? These are the digits place value. You can't take out common like this. If I say, let's say last example, only 378 bar. So this 378 minus 3 upon 990, its actual value will be 375 by 990, right? But if you take out 3 common, what will happen? If I take out 3 common, 78 minus 1, will this be the case? No. This is not a equation where you can take out some common. These are the place value. So my answer of this question will stop here only. This has to be like this. Don't go further taking out the common. This has to be the answer. So this was a very good trap question. So the answer of this particular question is none of this. Right? Many of the students tend to mark the B as option. Don't do that blunder. So if I go to the next question. Another good question, that A and B are the two single digit natural numbers such that 0.AB, that means AB is a repeating one, 0.AB bar into some value n. This has to be integer. Integer, that means it should not be in the points, it should not be in the decimal. I can write AB bar as AB by 99 into n, should be the integer. Now, as you can see, the simple funda to get rid of this 99 is to cancel this 99 with some value that can be cancelled with n. So if you can see the what is asking, the least 3-digit value, where my n value can be 99 as well, 99 or any multiple of 99, but he is asking 3 digits. So if you say 99 twos is 198. So this is the lowest 3-digit value which will satisfy this, that this 99 will get cancelled out and you will get a perfect integer out of this. Be aware here that though there is option 990 which will be divisible, right? 990 will get divided by 99, but he is asking the least 3-digit value. So you can't mark 990 as the answer. This is a good question. What is saying that a plus b has to be 8 by 9. So if I write a bar b plus 0.ba bar should be equal to 8 by 9. This I can further expand as this is one is repeating, another is not repeating. So this I can write as AB minus non-repeating, that is A, upon 90 plus BA minus B upon 90 should be equal to 8 by 9, as 99 is common. Also remember this is a 2-digit number. So any 2-digit number, this can be written as this A is at tens place, B is at units place. So this can be written as 10A plus B minus A. Similarly, BA can be expanded as 10B plus A minus B. The common denominator, that is 90. This should be equal to 8 by 9. So minus A plus A will get cancelled out, minus B plus B will get cancelled out. So what you get is a 10A plus 10B upon 90. From here also you can take 10 common out. So basically 10 by 90, 10AB upon 90. So this is, I have derived it for you, but you can remember it like this. If this expression comes like this, that 0.ab bar plus 0.ba bar, so the net result you can write like this. So what I get from here is a plus b upon 9 should be equal to 8 by 9. Again cancelling 9 and 9. So my final expression boils down to be, here I write a plus b equal to 8. Now how many values it can take? It can take 1, it can take 1 or 7, right? Or 7 or 1, because A and B and B and R are different things. 17 and 71 are the two different things. 2 6, 6 2, 3 5, 5 3 and 4 4. Okay, so these are the pretty sure number you will get, that is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. ये तो पक्का ही आप लोगों. Now the trap in this question is whether will you take 80 or 08. Right? Technically many teachers say this, that you can't take 80 or 08 because that number will be 0.80, right? There is no significance of 0 bar because anything can be written in this sort like that. But if you put here in this expression, it will satisfy for sure. You can just write at home that 0.08 bar plus 0.80 bar. If you just solve this using like this, you will surely get answer as 8 by 9. So what to do here? The catch here is how many values of A he is asking. So you need to concentrate on this thing, right? So out of this two combination, which value will go? The you obviously you can't take this part, right? 0.80, because this is as good as 0.8 and this is a single digit number. You can't take this value because 0 bar has no significance. So out of these two values, you cannot take this value. Yeah, but 0.08 is pretty much okay. That means 0.08 bar is a proper number, that is 0.088888. So answer of this question will boil down to be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8, right? many students will either mark answer as 9 or either will mark as 7. Either they will leave this 0 case completely or they will take both the cases of 0. But please remember, he is asking the value of a. A is 0 point AB. You can't take any number as 0 bar. Otherwise, if I want to write 3, I can write it as 30 bar as well, right? 30 0 bar, but this doesn't make any sense, right? Because 0 bar indicates nothing. So 0 cannot take the units place value with a bar, but obviously it can take a tens place value. I hope this question is clear. Thank you, everyone.